Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the WWE Elite Collection TMNT crossover Seth Rollins figure from Mattel. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks great, and just kind of looking at the base figure without any of the gear, I think they really nailed it with the colors, especially. Like, look how bright that green is. I mean, I don't know how this is gonna look once I start editing it, but like looking through my phone at the moment, like that green is so bright. I mean, it's bright in person, but like it's super saturated. Definitely love it. Really nice bright blues everywhere that pretty much match as they should. Not only that, but I do like that instead of yellow, they went with gold. And not only do I think that's befitting of Seth, but I just think it looks better in general. Like you see this honeycomb pattern on the side, just kind of gives it this nice little bit of oomph, that a little bit extra bit of fabulousness, and yeah, just really good stuff. Other than that, like mold wise, we've seen these parts before, like obviously boots with kick pads. We've seen these legs before. Torso is definitely, I don't think what I would have chosen for Seth. I just definitely like super lean. You know, not that he is not obviously like very muscular, but like this is like super like 0% body fat. And yeah, it's a weird choice. I mean, I'm gonna have the vest over it, so it doesn't matter to me. Some might take more issue with that, so that's why I wanted to point out. I like looking at these figures without the gear on first. Not only that, skin tone is definitely different from the arms to the torso, which is very interesting. At least it's looking that way. Again, looking through my camera, you don't notice as much like in person. So I don't think that's really gonna be an issue, except if you have certain lighting, I guess. And then the face sculpt, I'm pretty sure we've seen this before, not on any of the sets that I have, but you know, fantastic face scan, looks great. Obviously him kind of yelling, and you know, we get the top knot hairstyle done very nicely. Great sculpt, no wash or anything like that, but doesn't really need it. So yeah, really cool. Overall, great looking figure. We get a great group of accessories here. So jumping right in, starting with hands, we do get our requisite C-grips. And then as with pretty much every Seth Elite, we do get the splayed out hands, or the open palms rather. Then we get into the gear itself, and just like we got with Kofi and Xavier, we do get the bandana sunglasses. Again, great sculpt in that nice bright blue, nice clean lines as well, which is fantastic. Then we get a vest, and this is a different vest than what we saw with Kofi and Xavier. Again, we get that gold instead of the yellow. This is obviously more like Seth's vests, which is a little more closed. We see the opening is here on the back and on the front. And again, the shell we get in that nice gold. And we do get the blue line for the belt going through there. So nice work. And then of course, we get the weapons rack, which we also saw with those other two figures. So as you can see, just space for the swords, the WWE logo, wood grain, etc. Just very nicely done. Pops apart super easy. So nice there. And then finally, we get Leonardo's signature weapons. We get the swords. These are done perfectly. I think they made the handles the perfect size for Elite / Ultimate Edition hands, those C-grips. So, you know, you can see the wraps there. Then we get the hilts. And we get the blades in this nice metallic blue, a little bit lighter blue, but it catches the light nicely, formed perfectly, and the perfect thickness as well. These don't seem to warp easily. One of them was slightly warped, and like after a few minutes out of the package, kind of corrected itself. So really cool, and that will do it for accessories. Articulation balance here are really nice, though I do have one issue, and it does have to do with other figures I've had with these same boots, but I can get into freestanding kicks, so that is nice. This did take a bit of work because of what I'm going to get to, but other than that, we do have the barbell from the body into the head. So looking up about that far, down about that far, get some tilt, we get some rotation, we get perfect T with the shoulders, we do get bicep swivel, double jointed elbows coming to there, we do get hinge and swivel all horizontal. We get our traditional ab crunch. So from neutral, we get about that far forward, which is actually pretty nice. Some okay arch back. We get swivel at the waist for the hips coming out, not full splits. And I will also say that the left leg on mine was super stuck. So I did have to heat that up, pop it out, put on a little bit of a shock oil, and then fix that. But it's right as rain now. So that's about a range there. Front kick, is almost perfect 90, so that's nice. We do get thigh swivel, double jointed knees, which are being stopped a little bit by these knee pads. We do get boot swivel. We get perfect point, some decent forward, and then we get a little bit of rocker in, nothing out, and that's where really where the problem comes in. Or actually, it's all out now because we get it in, kind of coming in, but we don't get any out. It just kind of stops there, so limits it a little bit, but still, overall, definitely solid articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here he is with some other WWE figures, with some other wrestling lines, with some domestics, with some imports, with some monsters. Finally, with Articulate Icons Oni, and yours truly in human form as a Valverse Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on a WWE Elite Collection TMNT crossover Seth Rollins figure from Mattel is that this figure absolutely rules. This figure and the Roman Reigns figure were my two most anticipated from this line. Neither have disappointed. None of the figures in this subline at all have disappointed. So just really good stuff. Really love the addition of the metallics as opposed to the yellows for this figure. The accessories are great, especially the swords. So yeah, cannot recommend enough. Certainly if you're a fan of Seth Rollins, if you're just enjoying this sort of crossover, or if you're a Turtles fan and a WWE fan. So Target exclusive as this subline has been. So I wish you the best of luck finding these on pegs. I have not seen this wave yet. I caved and got this off of eBay for a little bit more than retail, like more than I would have liked to have paid, but it is what it is. I don't know if I'm gonna see these around me. I'm kind of still hoping to see them, but we'll see what happens. You know, the prices aren't insane. They're just, you know, not great, obviously, because they're a markup. So wish you the best of luck, whether you find these on pegs or shelves, or you find a good deal online. So with that being said, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. And if that's the case, I hope to see you back. But really, at the end of the day, I just hope that you're well. I hope that all of your toy dreams come true. And most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.